Hello everybody, this is Tina with Tiaz's Treasures, and today I have for you the February Hero Arts kit of the month, my monthly hero. And I have the classic and the premium kit here, so let's go ahead and see what we've got. Our kit always comes in this nice little bag for storage. Come on, everybody, out, out, out. Let's see. Got all this stuff I'm pulling out here. Put this away. So the classic kit comes with a clear stamp set, which, come on, clear stamp set. That's a nice sized one. It's a 6x8, and we get all these sentiments and nice little plants, some jars, butterfly. Looks fun. Got the coordinating dies, cuts out everything. Yep, cuts out the big plants, cuts out the little plants and the jars. And we have 4 tag fancy dies. That would be these. Not real big, but they're fine for a card. And then we've got some sentiment dies that cut out all of these sentiments. So, envision. Those are always nice. And these, of course, you just cut in a square. And then we have 6 sheets of this premium white cardstock in, you know, what is that? 5 and a half by 8.5. So half of a full sheet of paper. A unicorn ink cube. Come on, it's got little tape on the side, on both sides there. I guess they didn't want it popping open. Makes sense. Makes it a little harder for us to take a look at it though. Now I have tape stuck in my fingers. Nice. That looks like a pigment ink. And we have 3 yards of rustic twine. I guess that would be like if you wanted to put a little bow there on your little vase, or do you say a vase? Of course, we have a mason jar, 2 vases and a mason jar for putting our little plants in. Nice. Oh, we got like 2 different bows there, so you don't necessarily have to use this. And now let's see what comes in the premium kit. The premium kit, we get some white embossing powder. We have half an ounce of that. So let's give you a nice little amount. White. We have a little stamp set. You Make My World Brighter. Come and Go. Let Your Light Shine. Clouds. Well, these are actually little clouds with sentiment, and it's just a regular cloud. It's a 3x4 stamp set. We get ephemera. Do we want to see what kind of ephemera? Well, you can already tell. We have some florals. It looks like florals, and it's like getting stuff all over the place. That's just, if you can imagine me throwing stuff like this all over, just imagine what my workspace is like. So florals and sentiments. It looks like we get a couple of each. Nice. And these are some nice weight. Of course, might just be doubled up. It's still nice. Cardstock weight. What does that say? Power to the peaceful. Okay. A little hard to read. Try to love one another. Butterflies. Yeah, just a whole lot of stuff. I'm not going to go through them all. You get the idea. And then we have a couple dies here, Imagine and Peace. Peace and Imagine. And we have a stencil with a mask that looks like a nice little, you can see that move, sun rays. So nice, nice. So you can actually do that right in the center there. Let your light shine. You make my world brighter. Very nice. So I have no idea what I'm gonna make off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to think about it, and I'll come back and we can make some cards. Okay, I stamped this out with Hero Arts Intense Black ink because we can alcohol marker, use our alcohol markers with that. It says alcohol marker friendly ink. So it is friendly to the Copic markers. And this plant is called, let's see, an Anthurium. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Anthurium. It has red leaves. These little heart-shaped leaves are red. And the little stamens are yellow, and the other leaves are green. I don't have my green markers yet. I don't know why I picked out everything else except the green. Anyhow, I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch me coloring it. And I will just put the caps right there in case you're curious, but I am not that good with Copics. Some of these, like this right here, I don't know if I like that color. Huh. Well, I'm committed to it now. Anyhow, some of them I'm just going to use one color for, like this. I have two colors for that. Other stuff, we'll just see. It depends how it hits me, whether or not I will do like big blends or just not blends. So I am going to speed this up and do a little bit of a voice over it. Okay, now we are going to go ahead and die cut this. There we go. I've got a front opening card base. Top opening, front opening, they all open at the front. A top opening card base. And I have an already stenciled background. I stenciled this with, come on, I will think of it with Tim Holtz Distress ink in the Squeeze Lemonade. I did 2 of these. I did one to use on another card later, and this one, I mean, granted, we are doing the classic kit now, but we could use any, you know, any sort of background. I was going to do a circle, and then I thought, well, we've got this beautiful sun, so we will just use this. And I have the sentiment that I cut out already and stamped, Envision Tranquility. So let's go ahead and see how this is going to look on our card. We're just gonna do that with our little bow, and this will be down there, and this will be right above it. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and get this glued down. I've got some other cards that I'm going to put dimension on, but this first one, we're just going to glue. I am using some art glitter glue. This is a piece of the cardstock that came in the kit. It's nice and heavy. It's going to be at least 110 pound. I would put it at a bit more, maybe 120. I don't know. And I don't think we need this entire stem here. So let's go ahead and cut that off. And it went flying. Just glue this down. This is going to be a quick and easy card. I have seen other cards where they use a lot of the florals that came in the kit with and they really filled this out. But I felt this was enough right here to start. We didn't need a bushier floral arrangement, and floral arrangements are not really my forte. So when we get somebody that does it for us, with like the stamp set already did, makes me happy. I'm gonna put that down just a little bit. And we will get our bow here. And even though the kit came with twine, which I am going to use for a different card, it also had these nice bows included in the stamp set. So we've got that right there. Now let me get my reverse tweezers so we can figure out our sentiment and where we're going to put it. Tranquility we're going to put first because I want that down right about there. And my glue just spit. I don't know if you saw that, but it just like spit at us. I don't know. The glue is getting a little spicy. Might be time to switch glues. Gonna start spitting at me. Ha. Okay, and now we're gonna put this down. I think that's probably a little bit too much glue I'm putting down. My cat is underneath the table snoring. I don't think you can hear him. It's kind of quiet. Envision. How about right like that? And yes. Envision tranquility. I just think that is so pretty. Very, very pretty. So there is our first card. Envision tranquility. That glue needs to dry. It seeped out a little bit, but it will dry clear. And I don't want to keep messing with it, or I might actually smudge something or tear the paper. So I'm going to put that off to the side, and we will go work on our second card. Now, for my second card here, you just get to hear me talk about it. Huh. Okay, another front opening card, another top opening card base. I got a piece of blue paper I got from a previous Hero Arts kit, and I cut out 3 of the tags, and we are going to stamp on them. I am going to stamp, I believe, Peace, Hope, and Love. Let me go ahead and get my Misty. And we'll get these put in there. Come on, you, right there. And Leslie, right there. And I think even though I have this grip sheet down, I still like to put the magnet down. Let me go ahead and turn this on its side. And we will find our piece. You know what? I think we're gonna do each of these 3 times. So if we start there, we'll just have to move the tag. We will not have to move the stamps. Piece. They're gonna keep sticking to my fingers. Okay, we're going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black ink because I just like how dark this stamps. A lot of times we only need to stamp it once. Peace, Hope, Love. Okay, I've got these 3 done. Not very well, mind you, but they're done. That wasn't as easy to stamp them 3 times as I thought. I'd have been better off, I think, using a an acrylic black and doing it myself. But I did not, and so we are going to use the ones that I did. Okay, now we just have to figure out a way. Look, see, they're not even to get these even on our card front. And I think the easiest way to get these even, and I do want them going this way, not this way, is to maybe start in the center. Go. And now let's just should we pop it up? Let's pop them up. Hopefully my foam tape is not bigger than these. Yay. I am terrible at putting this stuff down. lastly, love. Love, love. Come on. Well, that's as good as I can get it anyway. Got some tiny, tiny glue dots here. Let's see if I can get these to work. One. There's two. And three. Where's it at? Not very good. And we're going to put a little actual glue dot down, dot of glue. We still have to put this on our card. On our card front, don't we? We do. There's 1, 2, and 3. And now, let me glue this on my card front. Please. And now we're going to put it right there. Look at that. And ba-dum, ba-da-da-da. And we have that. Ba-da-da-dum. Now for our next card. Well, for this third card here, I'm having to do a voiceover. I sped it up a bit as well. Originally, when I was doing the editing, it was just very slow, and I noticed I was being very quiet as I was doing it, which made for a very boring card. Not that the rest of these cards are very, very exciting, but at least a little bit more exciting than this one was. Trust me, it was bad. So anyway, with this one, I've taken the ephemera and I've taken the flowers out of the ephemera, and I am just kind of gluing them all over this card front. Now they're kind of big. There's no real small flowers, so these flowers had to kind of go on the sides. I wanted to leave room for the heart in the middle because I just figured that went real well with the sentiment love. And I thought, okay, well, we'll put these florals around the edges and I'm going to glue them down. I'm using a piece of pale blue cardstock that came in a previous Hero Arts kit. And I am just gluing these flowers, and now I'm just going to cut them off. The overhang is being cut off, not all the flowers. Don't panic. So I'm going to cut these off, and I'm going to try to glue down a few extra petals where there is space, but I don't get a whole lot glued in between because these florals were so big, and there's really, as you can see, not a whole lot of space left to go ahead and glue anything else. So I do manage to put a few, well, when I say a few, I mean 2 little petals, one on the top and one on the bottom. I end up being able to fit on there, but I don't think you would have missed them even if I didn't glue them down. And so we've got our card front almost done, but I am going to go ahead and I'm going to take this Sentiment Love, and I'm going to take some foam tape here, and I'm going to pop it up, give it a little bit of dimension so it stands out a little bit better. And I'm going to glue this card base or card front down to my card base, and I'm just still using this art glitter glue. And I love you. I'm saying it with cardstock, just like I did the previous card when I said, please like me. I'm going to get that glued down, and you know, I think that's going to be it for our third card. Last, we have our last sun, and this is going to be a really simple card. We're going to use You Make My World Brighter. Again, this was stenciled using the Distress ink and Squeeze Lemonade. Just going to put that right in the middle there. And we're going to use some VersaFine Onyx Black ink, because that's my favorite ink. It is a pigment ink. There we go. Going to glue that on. I can cut down any of my card fronts. I have some Rainbow Bright gem stickers here. I am going to bring these in. We are going to use some of these. These yellow ones. You know how much I like them over there. And right there. And we've got one way down here. I think we're going to put a few small ones in. I wish I had a medium size. And one more. And that's it. Easy peasy. Fourth card. I have got the 4 cards here. They didn't quite turn out the way I thought they were all going to do, but let's go ahead and take a look. This one I think is my favorite. I just love it. And then we have got the tag one, which, you know, you do your best, and it's still okay. This one's kind of cute. Got a 70s vibe. Let me move these over. And lastly, I really do like that one. Is that going to fit? Does now. So anyway, those are my 4 cards from Hero Arts February kit. And that's it, everyone. If you like this, I should say, please give it a thumbs up. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber if you're not a subscriber. Thanks for coming anyway. If you could subscribe, that'd be great. But either way, I'm just happy to have you here. And that's it for now. So bye-bye, everyone.